morning. Welcome to People's Resource Center and our new Home for Good in Westmont. We're thrilled to be here and finally opening our doors after years and years of planning and anticipation. We're thrilled to have you join us for our grand opening celebration this morning and can't wait for you to see our new space. So we'll walk in the main entrance and there will be a nice two-person reception desk and a volunteer check-in station right when you walk in. And that will take visitors directly into the waiting area. Right across the hall from that, this large room right here is our literacy classroom. And that's going to open up into a conference room. So this wall between the two is a movable partition so that we'll be able to open it and close it and have two separate rooms when we want two separate rooms, but open it up into a larger space as well, hopefully to allow and accommodate for trainings and community meetings and those kinds of things. So as you continue down this pathway, these three stations will be the intake stations.
This is where these workstations are where we have intake. Whenever the clients come in, they have to check in with intake so that we have all their current information. This is our computer room. The old building had about 8 computers, and so now we have 12. Okay. And it's set up right now with a movie going on. Maybe when we walk through and you get some breakfast, you can come in before the program at 9 and look at the way our old building was and how crowded it was and how now it's a lot different, expansive, okay? There's a lot more room in the computer lab, so we can even double up on computers and people can help each other. We also have a large projection area so that students from the very back row can see what's going on the instructor screen.
The lab is isolated. It's kind of away from the main activities of the facility. It makes the area very quiet and very conducive to teaching. I also like the spacing of the computers in there. We actually have 3 computers per each row. I think there are 4 rows in there. The spaciousness, it makes it much easier for the students to have adequate area to put their personal belongings, and also to, if they're taking notes, to write and things like that. I like the adjustable lighting. This is particularly nice when I'm doing my PowerPoint presentations, and it just makes things easier for the instructor and also for the students.
We have classes that start from the very beginning, introduction to computers, and we also have a Windows class, Word, Excel, PowerPoint, and we're even teaching Microsoft certification classes in Word and Excel. Okay, and it's all free. All of our services are free.
Do you have an instructor that comes from a different agency or area or a college that teaches the certification? Or do you guys
No, I do.
You do? Okay.
Yeah, I do. So it takes a lot of time, but it's well worth it.
Come on in, this is the clothing closet. So at our old location, the clothing closet was actually stored, and then it took volunteers about 4 hours every time to pull the clothing closet out of storage and set it up in our lobby. That's how crowded we were in our old location. So now we have a dedicated space for the clothing closet. Volunteers can focus more on, making sure the clothing is good quality and, helping clients to choose the clothing that they'd like to take with them.
This is just so wonderful to be in our brand new clothes closet here at the new location in Westmont. When I think back to the other building, I remember the day we opened. The clothes closet was packed. It was small. It took hours to set it up. It took hours to set it down, take it down. It was difficult for our clients to maneuver through and to make their selections. It was very small and very tight. Today we're in this wonderful clothes closet. It's really more of a boutique. It's heartwarming to see our clients come through with such dignity and to see the smiles on their face as they shop for clothing for themselves, maybe a child, maybe a husband or a spouse. It's just wonderful. When I think about the before and this being the after, it makes volunteering here even better.
So we've also, this is the warehouse part of the building, so we've tried to save some of the natural light since it's like an internal room, so we have a skylight over there. Just one of the great highlights we're really proud of. So again, we've kept some of the natural light with the skylights and the warehouse ceiling. And in this space we have classes, different kinds of art classes. We have a sewing class. We also have some special workshops. We recently had a cake decorating class. We also host Bacon to Veggies, which is a group that does cooking classes. And that's been going on for several years. That actually the other night the room was full of people learning to cook economically and healthy meals from food that's available in our food pantry. So, and the art studio space at our old location we actually shared with the literacy program. They didn't have a sink. They couldn't wash the paintbrushes in the room. They had to take the paintbrushes into the bathroom to wash up the paintbrushes. There wasn't very much storage. There was carpet on the floor. So this space, we designed with all of that in mind so it wouldn't face the same issues. We have a sink, we have storage, and we can clean the floor. Or maybe we won't. Maybe we'll just let paint decorate the floor. This food pantry, not only is it 3 times larger than our old Westmont food pantry, but it was designed so that volunteers can be stocking the shelves as people are shopping, so that there's constant supply of food and we're not running out or shelves are not empty as people are shopping. And we're also able to store a lot more food, so we can do a lot more food rescue, which we were not able to store much food at our other location. We have a walk-in freezer, walk-in refrigerator. That's going to allow us to start a milk program hopefully in the next year so that every family can go home with a gallon of milk when they visit.
The biggest difference to me between the previous pantry and this one is the space. We are not as crowded. We're not running into each other. We have higher ceilings. You don't feel as oppressed space-wise. It's a more pleasant environment to work in. This was donated, I understand, by a local person. It came from Oregon. Fantastic. It slides down so that you're conserving energy at nighttime or when it's not in use.
We have back there a loading dock. So there's trucks like the Northern Illinois Food Bank who brings a large supply of food to us every week. They can just pull up to the back and we can unload through there so that we're not going through the front.
Mariana, so they would come in there and they would shop in this U here. Shop in this U here.
And then actually the cart goes out over there.
When folks are leaving the pantry with their full cart, they'll exit down this hallway and they'll come down through here. And this hallway is a large wide hallway that will have bumpers along the side, so if the cart crashes into it, it's not going to damage the wall. But we really wanted to make sure that our full carts are not exiting through our waiting area.
One of the really fabulous things here is there's tons of private office space, and it works out especially well for our job coaches because they're working one-on-one with people and they need some privacy where they can talk about what the situation is. This place gives us space to do that, and so the job coaches can set up appointments, meet with the families and the clients here, do everything they need to do from the resumes up through the interview skills and internet job search. So we're super excited about having these spaces, and a lot of people come in and say, well, why do you have so many office spaces? Because we meet one-on-one with clients a lot, and it's tough to do in a public, in a way. And when people are in crisis, Kathy, you know this, it's like they don't want to bare their souls to you in front of a whole bunch of people. These are specialized intake offices where we can meet one-on-one with clients if they are in need of rental assistance, if they need a gift card, if they need help with a Affordable Care Act application to receive health insurance. And now we're back to the front.